Hi viewers, welcome to Shaker's Bio Factory for NEET. If you like this video, subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get notification. In this video, I am going to explain one of the topic in transport in plants. It is osmosis and its experiments. In the structure of a plant cell, it is surrounded by plasma membrane along with cell wall. Inside of the cell, the plant cell, it consists of a large and central vacuole. Presence of cell wall and large central vacuole is the main characteristic feature of plant cell. The cell wall present around the plant cell, it freely permeable to water and various substances in a solution, so that the cell wall it not acts as a barrier for the movement of various molecules. In the structure of a vacuole, the vacuolar sap it is called tonoplasm, and it is surrounded by a membrane, it is called tonoplast. This vacuolar sap or tonoplasm, it contributes solute potential in a cell. The cell membrane, which is present below to the cell wall of plant cell, along with tonoplast, is the membrane present around the vacuole. Both these contributes solute potential for the movement of molecules inside to outside or outside to inside of the cell. In the structure of a plant cell, the cell membrane along with membrane of vacuole is called tonoplast. Both together are important to determine the movement of molecules either outside to inside or inside to outside of the cell. Osmosis is a special type of diffusion of water across a differential or semi-permeable membrane. During osmosis, the passage of solvent is nothing but water. The movement of a solvent molecule it always occurs from a region of its higher concentration to region of its lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane until it reach equilibrium is called osmosis. In this osmosis, the semi-permeable membrane it separates both pure water and solution. The pure water it consists of higher concentration of water or higher water potential. Solution it consists of lower water potential compared to pure water. During this, movement of water takes place from pure water to solution through semi-permeable membrane. The movement of osmosis spontaneously it occur in response to driving force. During this osmosis, the net direction and rate of osmosis these are completely depends on two factors like pressure gradient along with concentration gradient. Pressure gradient means difference in pressure and concentration gradient means difference in concentration. So both these factors it determines the chemical potential of water, and this chemical potential of water it create driving force for the movement of water in plant cell. During osmosis, the water moves from region of its higher chemical potential to region of lower chemical potential of water until it reach equilibrium through selectively permeable membrane. At equilibrium, in these two chambers, there is no water movement because at equilibrium, both chambers gets same water potential. The osmosis process can be demonstrated with the help of some simple experiments in laboratory. In this, the first experiment is potato osmometer. For this potato osmometer, we need some basic requirements like a large potato without peel, petri dish, tail, 20% of sugar solution, pins, knife along with distilled water. In this experiment, the potato, it is peeled out and it is cutted with a small cavity at center. It is called potato osmoscope. This cavity, it is filled with a solution. It is sugar solution and placed in water in petri dish for few minutes by inserting a small pin at initial level of water in cavity. So due to concentration gradient, the water movement take place inside of the cavity and the water level increase that indicates osmosis. So during this osmosis, water will move from an area of less salt, it is nothing but water, to more salt is nothing but solution present in a cavity when it is placed in water. So during this time, the movement of water it takes place from outside to inside of the potato. It indicates osmosis. Along with this, one more experiment it helps to demonstrate osmosis. It is called thistle funnel experiment. In this thistle funnel experiment, the thistle funnel it is a long tube with one narrow end and another end is a broad end. The broad end of thistle funnel is covered with semi-permeable membrane, is nothing but egg membrane collected from egg. The process to separate the egg membrane is to get the semi-permeable membrane from egg by creating a minute pore in egg. Both yolk and albumin is removed and this shell is kept in dilute hydrochloric acid for few hours. After few hours, the shell it will be dissolved and leave the semi-permeable membrane. And a solution of sucrose in water taken in thistle funnel and with the help of this egg membrane, the water and solution are separated to each other. At this time, the egg membrane acts as a semi-permeable membrane. During this experiment, the level of solution in tube of the funnel is marked and it is considered as initial level of solution. During this osmosis, water will move into the funnel and it result in rising the level of the solution in funnel after few hours. The concentration of water molecule in beaker is more than their concentration of inside of the thistle funnel. Due to this concentration gradient, the water will move from region of their higher concentration to region of its lower concentration. It is called osmotic potential. During osmosis process, water with the help of some potential it enters into thistle funnel is called osmotic potential. It helps to increase the level of the solution in thistle funnel. It is called final level of solution. So this process of osmosis it occurs continuously till it reach equilibrium. So during this experiment, from narrow end of thistle funnel, some external pressure can be applied on upper pan of the funnel. This pressure it helps to prevent the entry of water into thistle funnel through membrane, and this pressure is referred to as osmotic pressure, and this osmotic pressure it can stops osmosis process is referred to as osmotic pressure. So osmotic pressure it generally depends on the solute concentration of solution present in thistle funnel. At this time, if the solution having more solute concentration, more pressure or greater pressure is required to prevent the entry of water into beaker. If the solute concentration is less, by using less pressure, it can prevent the entry of water into Thistle funnel. So numerically, the osmotic pressure, it helps to prevent the entry of water into Thistle funnel. At the same time, osmotic potential, it helps to enter the water into Thistle funnel. So both osmotic pressure, which is created at a narrow end of Thistle funnel, osmotic potential created at a broad end of Thistle funnel, both are equal, and but both are signed in opposite direction. So during this, the osmotic potential is always negative, because when water molecule enters into the Thistle funnel, the water potential value decreases. So that osmotic potential, it always negative, but osmotic pressure, which is created on solution, it helps to increase water potential, so that osmotic pressure is positive, but both are signed in opposite direction to stop the entry of water into Thistle funnel. So by taking one comparison, in this comparison, two chambers named as chamber A and chamber B. Both it consists of solution, and these are separated by semi-permeable membrane. At this time, in this both, solution of which chamber having lower water potential. In this, compared to chamber A and chamber B. So less number of water molecules are present in chamber B. It indicates its a lower water potential. The solution of which chamber have lower solute potential. In this, the solute potential, due to having of more solute particles, the solute potential or moving ability of solute particles is decreased, so that chamber B has lower solute potential. In which direction the osmosis process occur? In this, due to concentration gradient, the movement of water occur from chamber A to chamber B, because in chamber A, more water molecules with high water potential, chamber B, low water molecules with less water potential is present, so that the direction of osmosis always take place from higher water potential to lower water potential, so that movement of water it occur from chamber A to chamber B. The next question, which solution has a high or higher solute potential? In this, the answer is A. Because of less number of solute particles, their potential is high in chamber A. Next question, at equilibrium, which chamber will have lower water potential? Because the osmosis process occur until it reach at equilibrium. At equilibrium, both chambers consist of same water potential. The next question, if one chamber has a water potential minus 2000 kPa and other chamber having minus 1000 kPa potential, which chamber that has higher water or higher potential? So chamber with minus 1000 kPa has more water potential than chamber B with minus 2000 kilopascals. So what will be the direction of movement of water when two solutions with water potential 0.2 MPa and water potential with 0.1 MPa are separated by selectively permeable membrane? In this, chamber B with 0.2 MPa to 0.1 MPa. So these are some questions related to water movements according to NCERT textbook. In this, we covered the osmosis mechanism and various experiments to prove osmosis process like potato osmoscope and Thistle funnel experiment. Thanks for watching.